Hi everybody, this is Peter. Haven't done a video in a while, and so be nice to get back to this. But today I'm going to be looking at National Pro Hockey, a game that's no longer in print. It hasn't been in print for like over 30 years now. Came out in the mid 80s, developed by somebody named Terry Appleby at Sports Action Games, and they're the company that also makes the Sports Action Games CFL football game, Canadian football game. Yeah, so it's going to be my usual, just to show you what's in the box and the components, and I'm going to do some sample gameplay just to show you how it works and how to play it. And so it's not a review, so it's just to show people how this thing works. The game is like I said, no longer in print, so the only way you can get it is through a secondary market, so either through Delphi forum. That's how I got this copy, or through eBay. So this is the original box when the first came out with the 84-85 season, and this I think initially, there's a little story behind this. Initially, they had a picture, I think a photograph of an actual NHL goalie, and I think they realized that they were going to get into trouble with the NHL. So this is just a sticker that they ended up applying to all the boxes. So that's the original game box. I've got a couple of more editions that have just this as the incorporated right into the cardboard. It's not a sticker. So anyway, so this is what you get in the box. You got a game board here that folds out, and it's got different sections here. It's got part along here to put your 5 players, 5 skaters, and I guess you could put your goalie over here, goalie for the home here, and this is your home team. I'll get into what all these mean here is to do with strategies. I got a time clock. I got a rink in here so you can keep track of where the puck is, because this is one of these ones that tells you it moves from zone to zone. And there's some puck handling strategies here, which I'll go over. So I'll just put that there. And this is the rule book that it comes with. It's about, what is it? It's about a dozen pages or so. Yeah, about 10 pages, and then they've got some score sheets that come with it, but you're probably going to use your own score sheets. And they have something here called the offensive play patterns, and I'll talk about that later. It's just each team is going to decide what kind of play pattern they're going to be. It's like something that's focusing on skating or passing or pressure forechecking, weak intimidation, back checking, go for broke forechecking, and then depending what the other team selects, then you would it gives you some letter grades here in which you would indicate on pawns here, so you can keep track, because some of the numbered results on the player cards come up. On the flip side of that is this Nhl Playboard, which is like the main board. Has assist charts, injuries, face-offs, wide shots, and breakaway table. This is the penalty chart. It's two-sided, so there's like a basic version and an advanced version in this game. I've been playing the advanced version, but I'll go into the basic version a little bit. So we have the basic play selector. So it's similar to what I was just talking about, the play patterns. See it's here, close checking, normal, wide open, and then versus what the other team is doing. So close checking, if it's close checking, you're going to look in column 1 on the basic play selector chart when you roll your 2 die to see what happens. Then you have a basic penalty chart. On the other side, you have the advanced game penalty chart, which I'll get into later. And then, it not only comes with the NHL teams, this first edition, but it also comes with a couple of Russian teams, the Central Red Army and the Moscow Dynamo. And they're based on the teams that played against the 10 NHL teams during the 85-86 season. And it comes with some little strategy notes about how to adjust the gameplay for playing with the Russians, or against the Russians. And then we have this team performance card, and it just has basically the final standings, and it has each team has its own penalty rating and an assist rating, and that I'll get into that later. And here are the player cards, and I have some out here. Oh yeah, here we go. Here are the player cards. They're quite large. You can see here, I guess a pen might do it. It's fairly large. This is the initial one. Later releases, these are the cards from the 86-87 season. They're sort of significantly smaller, as you can see. And I can fit them on, you can fit them in these 9-pocket plastic sleeve pages. And so you get an idea of what those look like. And I'll go into the player card and the goalie cards. And you also get a bag with all sorts of tokens, four dice, 2 red, 2 white. And then the blue and the red tokens are for indicating these strategy things on the board, just to indicate so you remember which sort of column to look at for certain results. And then there's a black pawn, I guess, you could use for doing that. But I use my own dice, so that I just wanted to show you what comes in the box when you get when you're able to track down a copy of the game and get it. Yeah, be using that. I won't be using that now. In the later versions, I have the 86, 87, and 88, 87, 88 season editions too. The playboard is here again, but on the flip side is the short-handed play charts, and then these on the other side of the play patterns chart, there's a power play chart, and those weren't in the original edition. So if you get a later edition, you want to get this. While I think of it, there is a Facebook group for National Pro Hockey, and you can request to become a part of that. And there's lots of files there that you can access. There's scans of the game rules, the original ones and the updated ones, and all these charts are on there in the file section. And there's also some people have uploaded the scans of the player cards for these different versions too. So you can get those. Now, I know a little bit about the history of the game. I'm not really sure, but I know that like I said, this game, the first edition that came out had the 84-85 season, and I believe they went until the 88-89 season, and then I believe he sold the rights to another company, and I think it became something called Bench Boss Hockey, which I think is really hard to find. But I know that there was a league in Saskatchewan and Canada that had a league, and I guess they would produce the player cards every year, and like right up until a few years ago at least. I'm not sure if it's still going on, but they used to have a website for their league, but it's no longer there. So anyway, so that's the story of the game. Very simple mechanics. So I'm just going to pause it here, and then I'll set up and put the player cards out here, and we'll get going. Okay, so I've set up a game here, put out the player cards. So I'm going to be playing using the 84-85 cards, Pittsburgh Penguins, to have Mario Lemieux's rookie card on there, and against the New York Islanders. And that's in tribute, thanks to my good friend Giorgio, who kept raving about this game, about how great it is, and then it turned up on the Delphi forum. Somebody was selling it. Thank you, Vinny. And I bought it off him, and I've enjoyed it ever since. So thanks Giorgio, and thanks Vinny for. And I also picked up a couple of more recently picked up some more seasons from Jeff. So excuse me. Yes, and I'm also picking the Islanders because also in tribute to Clark Gillies, who I found out just passed away a couple of days ago, or yesterday or something like that, at the age of 67. Gone way too early. So anyway, I'm going to start with the, let's look at the one of the player cards here. Okay, so let's look at Mike Bossy's card. Okay, so so basically you have his name, his position, and this -2 is his injury rating. And then you have two sections here, the playmaking and the shooting. So in the basic game, you're only looking at the shooting card, and I'll show you what that all means. The shooting section of the card. And in the advanced game, you're looking at the playmaking section. So you have a column for defensive zone, center zone, or the neutral zone, and the attacking zone. And I'll show you what all those mean. And then you have ratings for different things: back checking, deflection, face-off rating, assist rating, penalty, for 3 different types of penalties. T is an intimidation rating, and DD is a special defense rating. And then you have his stats at the bottom here. Yeah, so basically it's, well, I'll explain the symbols or the results on the card when I get there. And goalie card, here's Billy Smith. And then 1, 2, and 3 just means the different zones that they're shooting from. So when you go to take a shot, the result from the player card will tell you to look, it'll say either 1, 2, or 3 if the shot is on net. 1 is a shot that's further out, maybe closer to the blue line. 2 is sort of a mid-range shot, and 3 is like right close to the net. So it'll tell you which column to look in, and then you roll the 2 dice to find out what the result is. And then there's a separate rebound column, and then his stats at the bottom. Okay, so I'll start off with just looking at the basic, a quick overview of the basic game. Basically, for the basic game, you're not really going to be looking at, I don't think, any of these puck handling strategies and these other things here. They're part of the advanced game. So, oh yeah, that's right. I need a thing for the puck, so let's put that there. Okay, so you have this basic play selector. So like I said, you just decide on the team strategy. So you can just say like normal versus normal. So so it would say normal versus normal. You look at column 3 on the basic play selector when you're rolling. So and just as a comparison, if you're having like one team playing normal and the other team playing wide open, you would look in column 4. So here. So this is the basic play table. Basically, all it is you just roll, and this will tell you which player is going to have the shot attempt. So if you roll a 5, the left wing is going to have a shot. If you roll a 6, the center is going to have a shot. The X means it's an interception, and the other team gets the puck. I have offside. The P is a penalty, and that's basically it. It's very, very simple. And like I said, you're only looking at the shooting columns on the player cards. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of that. Get my dice over here. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to roll 2 dice. So we roll for the face-off first. And we have Brent Sutter, who's a face-off rating of 2. Mario Lemire is a face-off rating also of 2, so there's no advantage to either one. So you look at the face-off chart in the Nhl Playboard, 8, and you take NC, and you get a 9. And then you look at the legend over here. 9 says visitor right wing, so that means Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's the away team here. So the right wing has the puck, and I'll just make a little token for that. Sorry about this. Right wing. Oh yeah, right wing here. Okay. So Doug Shedden has the puck, and you just basically roll to see whether he's going to be you got a shooting chance or not. So roll a 10 and 2, and W means wide. So for a wide shot, it just says like here, you just roll here, roll 2 dice, 5, and if you roll a 4, 5, or 6, the shooting team gets the puck. Otherwise, it's a face-off, and if it's outside any of these ranges, that means the non-shooting team gets the puck, the defending team. So in this case, I rolled a 5, so the Pittsburgh retains the puck, and we move the time 30 seconds, and then we roll a 9. Oh yes, yeah, that's right. They have there's a, sorry, just a minute. There's a thing for determining which player has the puck. Oh yeah, they have this in the original game, a designated puck carrier. So after that wide shot, Pittsburgh gets the puck. We rolled a 9, I think. So left defense. So that's Brian Maxwell has the puck. I'm going to change that for something that's easier to see. And Brian Maxwell has the puck. And so we roll a 5 on column 2. And the left wing is going to have a shot. So that's Warren Young. Well, let's just for the heck of it, let's have Mario take a shot. So we're going to we'll roll at 8. So we look at his N column, the N for normal, and there's also a column for shorthanded, so whenever they're shorthanded. So we rolled an 8, and that puck is also wide. And then we roll on the wide thing, we roll a 3. In that case, Islanders get the puck, because it's wide. Okay, so we roll here, so 5. So the left wing on Islanders gets a shot, called Gillies. And, okay, so Gillies, they're rolling 8, and it says 2. So that means we're going to look at column 2 of the goalie's card, and we're going to roll 2 dice. So roll a 7. So 7 says R8, so that means a shot and a rebound. Now R8, I've written it down on here. It's on the game board here underneath it, the cards. It's basically R1 is the left defense, and then R2 is left wing, R3 is center, R4 is right wing, R5 is right defense, and then for 6, 7, 8 it goes through the forwards again. So R6, R7, R8. So R8, Bossy would get the rebound, and you would roll again on, and you would look on the goalie's rebounds column, 6. And it says A. A means an arm save. G for glove save, C for chest save, leg save, stick save. And then there's goal, and then you could get a series of rebounds too. Yeah, and that's as simple as that. So basically, Denny Herron has made the save, and Pittsburgh would proceed with the puck, and you would go from there. And that's as simple as the basic game is. You're just basically rolling to see who shoots it. See, you roll to see who shoots the puck, and then you roll on the shooter's card, find out what happens. Roll on the goalie card, find out what happens, and that's it. And then you just proceed from there. One thing I wanted to notice that there was also an HV. That also is another wide shot, and it just means it's a home visitor thing. And so an HV shot, you would just roll to see which team the home team gets it on roll of 2 to 8 or 11, and then a face off of 10 or 12, and otherwise the visiting team would get the puck. So that's the basic game. So I'll come back in a second with the advanced game. Okay, so now we're going to do the advanced game. So there's a bit more to the setup with that. As I mentioned before, there is the offensive play patterns that you're going to select. Now, in the rules, it has some suggestions. Like I said, there's eight different patterns, like offensively and defensively. And in the rules, it says, play pattern number 8, this go for broke forechecking is strong offensively against a certain type of play pattern on the other team and stuff like that. So it gives you some hints. It also gives some suggestions, so that's what we're going to use here. So it's for the first period, the visiting team is going to have go for broke forechecking, so offensive index of 8. So I'm just going to put an 8 here, just to remind myself that that's what it is, because it could change during the game depending on the score and the situation. And for the home team, in the first period, it's just going to do pressure forechecking, and that's 4. So what you do is you take your go for broke forechecking 8, and then you look on the column here to see where the other team is. So the other team is 4, so you're going to be looking in this column here, And then you'll see these, I'm trying to get on the camera here. It says, FCC. FC is forechecking, B is for breakaways, S is for skating, P is for passing, BC is for backchecking, and T is for intimidation. And it tells you which letters to put the pawns on. So it says C, C, B, B, A, B. I've been playing this a while, so that's how I remember it. So what you would do, so it says CCB, so forechecking was C. You would just put a pawn on C. You would put, for breakaway, it was C. For skating, it was B. And so you would put the pawns here. And so what they on some of the player result cards, so on some of the results in the player cards is a number. And then when you get a number like that, then you refer to this thing here. So for instance, if Brent Sutter had the puck in his in the defensive zone, in his own zone, and he rolled a 3, the number is 2. So you would come down here and you would look at the number 2. So you have numbers 1 to 20 along here. So you look under 2, and then you would look under the column that the pawn is on. And in this case, there's a dash. So it just means nothing sort of exceptional happens. It's just, so you would refer to the thing in brackets at the heading. So this is L1, which means the pass goes to the left 1 position. So in this case, a pass would go to Clark Gillies, and Clark Gillies would have the puck in the neutral zone. If, for instance, let's see. Yeah, okay, so yeah, the skating strategy was a B, and I remember that. So say Brent Sutter, we rolled a 4, and we get a number 8. So you would look down here in the skating section, because that's where the 8 is, and then you would look under column B, and it says XC. Does that mean it'd be an interception by the center and the other team in the same zone? So that's what these mean. So for the purposes of this video, like normally, I guess you would have your cards down here, sort of half off the actual playing board. But and just for the purpose of this, I'm putting it right here, and I've made these little charts myself, exact copies of this, and then I just circle or indicate with a dry erase marker which strategy the team is using. And so I've already set it up so that I know this is what the home team is using, this is what the visitor team is using, and we're all set up that way. Another thing you can do with this is something called the puck handling strategy. And so you could put it on at the beginning of the game. You're supposed to put on this no change. But one thing you can do is you can designate a certain player to receive passes if you get certain results. So that's what these asterisk results are on the card. So if Sutter rolled a 5 and he's in the defensive zone, instead of looking at the 1 on the strategy charts, and if you designated a player to receive the puck, like say Mike Bossy, the pass would go to Mike Bossy in the neutral zone instead. As long as the pass wasn't intercepted. I should add. I keep forgetting that because I don't really use that, but I'm sure there are other people that do. So if you get a result of what was that again? 1. Yeah, in this case, the forechecking was C, and it would be X right wing, so that would be intercepted by the right wing. But if you had one of these results where it was just the dash, and you had a designated person to get the passes, then that player would get the passes. That's one way to do it. Another thing you can do, especially it's useful for a shorthanded team, you can have this puck clear to the neutral zone, puck clear to the attacking zone. So if a shorthanded team, if you get a dice roll of 5 or 6 on a player card, instead of reading the result from the player card, you can just say, okay, the puck has been cleared to the neutral zone, and the left wing on the other team has the puck in the neutral zone. Same thing if you're in the neutral zone, they want to basically just shoot it down the ice. You could say puck cleared to attacking zone, so on a dice roll of 5 or 6, you could have it cleared all the way from the neutral zone all the way to the attacking zone, or from their own defensive zone all the way down the ice. So that's what that's about. The other thing that you have to do is with the penalty chart. It's kind of an odd penalty chart, I must say. Just so what you have to do at the beginning is you roll a d12. There's 12 columns here at the beginning of the game. So say, for instance, for Pittsburgh, I roll a 6. So they're in column 6, and you put the pawn on L1. And for the home team, I roll a 9. So for the Islanders, I put it on the L1 of column 9. So when we get a penalty result, which is always on the center zone card and dice roll of 7, say, for instance, Brent Sutter P3, you would also look at the penalty rating of the team, and I can't remember what Islanders is offhand, and then you would move over. I think you would move to one column over, and then and using the number on the player card. So in this case, it was 3, so it'd be L1 in this case. So if that would be, instead of a penalty on Pittsburgh, the puck would be moved to the left one. He'd pass it to the left wing, Clark Gillies, and Gillies would have the puck in the attacking zone. Say, for instance, it said P2, or the number of P2 plus or minus the penalty rating of the team was 2, and you would go here and it said double 2 minutes roughing, and then you just leave the pawn there. And so each time you get a penalty result, you just keep moving on the column, and then when you get to the end, you would just cycle back to the top, the first column. Okay, so that's how the penalty thing works. Just wanted to show you that, but if we get a penalty result, I'm not going to bother going through it. And I believe that's it. Anyway, so we'll start off with a face-off. And we roll a 2. And it's a number 2. So that says home right defense. So that's Dave Langevin has the puck. And Langevin has the puck in the neutral zone, center zone. Oops, oh yeah. Okay, so I roll 2 dice. And I roll an 11. So 11 on Langevin's card says right wing. So the pass goes to the right wing, who's Mike Bossy. And Bossy now has the puck in the attacking zone. So I move the puck here so I know which zone the puck is in. And then I roll an 8. And now I look in Bossy's attacking zone column. 8, right defense. So it passes it back to Langevin. Langevin now has the puck. And once you enter the attacking zone, you have to roll once on the playmaking columns before you can attempt a shot at net. So Langevin, we've done that. Bossy has passed it back to Langevin. Langevin is going to shoot. So I roll 2 dice. Langevin is an 11. It says D3. So that means it's going to be deflected by D3. And D3 is the right wing. D1 is left wing. D2 is center. D3 is right wing. So we look at Bossy's deflection rating, which is 3. So that just tells you which column you're going to look at on the goalie card. So we roll 2 dice. Look at the goalie card in column 3, and we get R7. So that's it's been saved by the goalie, but there's a rebound, and R7 is the center. So Brent Sutter has the rebound. Now he doesn't get an automatic. Yes, he does get a rebound shot. Yes, I'm sorry. He gets a rebound shot, and you get a 5. And we get a roll of 5, and we look in the rebound column, and 5 is G. So Hero makes a glove save, and Pittsburgh has the puck. And that constitutes one action sequence, so you move the time 30 seconds. And when he makes the save, you basically have a choice of player to give the puck to. So we'll just say, let's just say it's Mo Mantha has the puck for the Penguins. Okay, so Mantha, we roll a 10. And he's in the defensive zone, so we look in the DZ column. So 10 says SH, which means stick handle. So he stick handles to the neutral zone. And we're going to roll again on his CZ column. Oh, no, that's right, sorry. That's the one great thing about this game is you can use the same dice roll for the puck movement to all 3 zones. So I think it was a roll of 10 initially. So stick handle to move to the central zone. You look at the same dice roll, 10 for the central zone, 7. So 7 is we're looking on here 7, and their skating strategy is a B7 says XLW. So that means it's been intercepted by the left wing of the Islanders, which is Clark Gillies, and he has it in the center zone. And since the puck has been turned over, we move the clock 30 seconds. Okay, so now we roll for Clark Gillies. Rolls an 8, and I get right wing with a star. Now we didn't designate anybody to get puck on those star results, so he just passes the puck to Mike Bossy. Bossy now has it in the attacking zone, and we use the same dice roll, 8, and we get a right defense. So he's passed it to Langevin. So Langevin has the puck, and he's going to shoot. And he shoots an 8, and it says 1. So we're going to look in column 1 of the goalie's card. And Denis Heron, 6. And we get L. He makes a leg save. And we'll give the puck to Brian Maxwell, the other defenseman. Okay, so I think there's something in the rules that says you can't give on a save and a rebound to your teammate, you can't give it to the same teammate 2 plays in a row. That's the only little stipulation. Okay, so that's the end of that sequence. So we move the time 30 seconds. So Brian Maxwell in the defensive zone wrote an 11. So we get a 4. So we look at 4 under the breakaway section, because that's where 4 is. And there's a dash. So then we look at the position in brackets, R2. So he's passed it to the right two positions. So it goes left defense, left wing, center, right wing, right defense. And that's the normal back checking thing. I think there's ways you can change that if you want. So the puck goes right 2 positions. So Mario Lemieux has the puck in the neutral zone. And we use our same dice roll, 11, right wing. So he passes it to Doug Shedden. We're dice roll 11, left defense. So you can see how quickly this can go. Like for instance, so for Brian Maxwell, we rolled an 11, 4. We get the result from the strategy chart. It's a pass to a teammate. You look at the same number, 11 in the center zone column. Right wing pass to the right wing. Right wing has it in the attacking zone, and then right wing passes it to left defense, and now we have a shot. So just in a matter of seconds, really, the puck is moved from the defending zone to the attacking zone, and you have a shot attempt. So Maxwell, 8, and it's W. Puck is wide. So we roll on the wide table, and we get 7, and it's a face-off. Okay, so that's it. I want to see if there's something else I should show you. Yeah, I guess there's nothing. It's pretty straightforward for the shooting too. I'm just looking at Mario's card here. If you roll a 4 when he makes his shot and it's a goal, it's a goal. There's nothing that you check on the goalie card. And the other results, like I said, 1, 2, or 3. That tells you what column to look on the goalie card. W for wide. HV is also a wide shot, and there's a separate table, HV for home, depending on whether the home or the visiting team took the shot. D3 if it's deflected. And I think that's basically it. On the goalie card, like I said, you had the different saves for the different parts of the body: chest, stick, leg, glove, and then the R things are rebounds. So you can see Heron gave up a lot of rebounds that season. 465 goals against average. I know it's the mid 80s, but that's still pretty high. And then goal. They have this G-N, and that means it's a glove save, but there's a possible injury. And then there's a procedure for determining who gets injured. And then the rebounds are pretty straightforward too. And that's about it, really. And the initial version didn't have these power play. Well, I mentioned that before. It didn't have these power play shorthanded charts. So basically, you would use that instead for the, when there's a power play situation. And I guess the shorthanded power play team has a few different strategies you can use. You shoot from the slot or shoot from the point. Shoot from the point is going to be, I guess, you might have more deflections happening. Shoot from the slot is a higher percentage that you're going to get a goal. And then the shorthanded team can do play a gamble for a breakaway, say if they're behind late in the game and they need a goal to get back into it, or play safe is the usual thing. And then this thing just says what the power play strategy is. So normally what I play is I have a penalty, shorthanded team plays safe against a shot from the slot strategy. And if you're 2 men short, then you would look down here. And this is just basically and if you get any numbered results in the card. So say for instance, Pittsburgh's on the power play, and you've rolled a 2, and you get a 6. So you look on the power play thing. You would look under shoot from the slot, play safe, 6, and then it says SH, stick handle. So he would just stick handle to the next zone. So here's a result of DD2. So if what you need to look at is the DD ratings of the players on the other team, and in this case, the Islanders don't have any players with a DD rating; they're all 0. So he would just stick handle. If there were 2 players that had a DD rating, then in that case, the puck would be intercepted and shot down the ice, and Pittsburgh would have to start over in their own defensive zone. The star indicates when to advance the time. The timing is a little different on a power play. It doesn't advance nearly as often. And XC just means it's intercepted by the center, shot down the ice. Then you have this thing that says power play. So what happens if you get this power play situation is that they've set it up, and then you would roll 2d6 and look on this chart here. So when you're on the power play, if you're shooting from the slot, you have to designate somebody to be, I guess, a designated shooter. So you would roll your 2d6 until you get basically either a 4 or 7 or an 11 or 12. So if you roll first and you get a 6, the center has the puck. You roll again and you get 7, the left defense or the designate shoots. So say Mario is the designated shooter, he would shoot the puck, and then you would go and just proceed normally with the shot attempt. And I think there's a thing about it, like I think there's some house rule where, like, if you have 3 rolls and you haven't got a designated shooter, like this one, like right defense shoots or left defense or designate shoots, or the puck is shot down the ice or cleared, then if by the 3rd time you don't have one, whoever had the puck on the 3rd roll would be shooting the puck at the net. Yes, okay, I think that's it. Oh yes, breakaway, that can happen too. Let me, if you get a breakaway, like for instance, in this breakaway section here, if you get a number 6 on the card for a player, it says breakaway. So you would come here and look at the breakaway table, and you would roll 2d6, and it would tell you who the shooter is. Look in the shooter column here. So say you roll a 7, and it says LW2. So the left wing has the breakaway, and you look in column 2, you roll 2d6, and you get a result. Now if you get one of these results here where it says DR4/call3, so say you got you rolled a 4, and the result is DR2 column 3. That just means that you would look on column 3 of the goalie card using the dice roll of 2 and read the result. And then the rest is the same thing: glove save, stick save, goal, HV, whatever. Yeah, I believe that's it. Like I said, it's a fun game. You can play a game in about an hour. It moves fairly quickly. Maybe I'll just play a minute or so of play here to show you how it plays without me stopping to explain everything. So I'll just, so let's say Brian Maxwell has the puck in the defensive zone. He rolls a 6. So it's a 1. So 1 is intercepted by the right wing. So Mike Bossy has it in the Pittsburgh end. 8. Right defense. He passes it to Langevin. Langevin takes a shot. 7 wide. On the wide table, and 10, and it says center, and center on the other team. If there was a star beside it, the asterisk beside it, that means the shooting team gets the puck. So Mario gets the puck. So Mario's got the puck, and that's the time. He's in the defensive zone. We roll a 9. We got a left defense, so he passes it to left defense Brian Maxwell. Maxwell has it in the neutral zone. 9 is 12, so 12 here is offside. Okay, so we have a face-off in the neutral zone. 10, 1. Oh, I think that's what's missing. I guess there's a misprint. Sorry, I just noticed this. This is supposed to be, I think, a neutral zone face-offs, and this is attacking zone, defensive zone face-offs. So 10 is 1, home left defense. Okay, so Denny Potvin has the puck for the Islanders in the neutral zone. And we roll a 2. So we get a 5. So 5 for the Islanders is a dash, so that means R2. So he passes it to the right 2 position. So Brent Sutter has the puck in the Pittsburgh end. And we use the same dice roll, 2. And it says stick handle. So Sutter hangs onto the puck, so he's going to shoot. We get a 5, HV. So that shot is wide. And we look under the home team column, and it says center. So that means Mario gets the puck again. So Mario, let's see. Let's say he rolls a, let's see, I'll try to get one here. Yeah, okay, let's say he rolls an 8. I just want to show how easy it is. Lemieux rolls an 8 on the defensive zone column. It says RW, he passes it to Doug Shedden. 8 on Shedden's card in the central zone says center. It goes back to Lemieux. Lemieux has it in the Islanders' end. I don't know where my puck went. Anyway. And then 8 is right wing. So Lemieux passes it back to Shedden. So Shedden now has a shot. And we get a 2. And it says goal. So there we go. Doug Shedden gets a goal for the Penguins. And assisted by Lemieux, or you can roll on the assist charts, to find out. The game comes with team assist ratings, so you can use the appropriate column and then read how many. Roll first to see how many assists. You roll a 10, say they were a C, so 2 assists, and then you look under this open column to see who get the assist. 1 and 3, so the player with the highest assist rating and the player with the 3rd highest assist rating. And that's the assists. So anyway, yeah, so that's National Pro Hockey. Highly recommended to get the game if you like hockey. It's like I said, it's hard to find. So therefore you're probably going to pay a good, a hefty amount to get a copy of it. But they are out there. They come up from time to time on either Delphi forums or eBay, and yeah, like I said, there's only a few seasons available from the the sort of second half of the 80s with the original game materials, and then but there are some home brews out there. I mentioned the National Pro Hockey group on Facebook. If you want to join that, and then there's a bunch of files that you could download, and also Game Geek has a section on the game, and I believe there's some files there. I think there's a gentleman named Ben who I know Ben. Sorry, hi Ben. He did a homebrew of the 2019-2020 season for the game. So all the player cards are on Board Game Geek for that. So and along with some play suggestions about how to play with that particular set. So yeah. Yeah, that's right. Another thing in the rules they mention about if the strategies can change. So say, for instance, the home team is starting to trail, then they would go to a more wide open forechecking, which is a 1. So then you would go back to look at the play patterns table here, and so you would find out what 8 versus 1 is and get the letters for that, and then 1 versus 8, and you do the adjustments for each team so that you have So you have the current strategy going for depending on the game situation. So anyway, thank you for watching. And if you have any comments, please leave them below, and have a nice day.